On Friday, Reform leader Nigel Farage met with Israeli President Isaac Herzog. I met with President Isaac Herzog of Israel. They are running out of friends as they take on the Hamas terrorists. I mean, yeah, why do you think they are running out of friends? Could it be that they attacked 7 different countries in the last 2 years? Could it be that they can't breathe without committing a war crime? Or is it the genocide? You don't get to call Hamas terrorists without calling Israel a terrorist state. Refusing to do so means you don't care about terrorism. Now, Reform have tried to pitch themselves as anti-establishment, trying to attack the duopoly as if they're any different. They're not. They're a pro-corporate, pro-Zionist party. They simp for Israel just like the rest of them. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Isaac Herzog, these are a couple of statements he's made. First, he claimed there are no innocents in Palestine. The entire Palestinian nation out there is responsible. It is not true, this rhetoric about civilians are not aware, not involved. Settlement has existed since the dawn of Zionism. They are inseparable. This is an opportunity to emphasize how much it has been proven and continues to be proven that settlement is vital for the people of Israel and the security of Israel. I went to the US and encountered something I termed a real plague. I saw the children of my friends marrying or living with non-Jewish partners. What an insane guy. Now, Richard Tice is the party's deputy chairman. He's a massive Israel supporter, recently claiming that the scariest thing in the British House of Commons is speaking up for Israel. The Commons, where most of them are supporters of Israel, where the 2 main parties have strong Israeli lobby groups. I mean, Labour Friends of Israel and Conservative Friends of Israel. He thinks that's scary? What a pussy. Palestinian children are facing bombs every single day. That's scary. Now, Reform's candidate for London Mayor, Howard Cox, said, as London Mayor, I would not allow any pro-Palestinian protests to take place in London whilst the conflict between Israel and Hamas continues in Gaza. Flying the Palestinian flag in our capital is needlessly provocative, putting British-based Jews in personal danger. The outlawed terrorist group Hamas does not represent law-abiding Muslim communities here in the UK. There is no place here in London for anti-Semitism or in honouring Hamas's latest evil terrorist acts in Israel. The police must use the full force of the Public Order Act to counter any visual and public support for Hamas and ongoing efforts to intimidate British Jews and silence the moderate Muslim majority. The so-called Free Speech Party wants to ban free speech. This is, of course, a Zionist tactic to smear those who don't support a genocide as anti-Semites. The pro-Palestine rallies are not pro-Hamas, they're pro-Palestine. For people like Cox, though, I mean, that's the same thing. Now, Israel's deputy ambassador praised Reform. We have friends here, Israel's deputy ambassador tells Reform UK conference. Israel will be in safe hands with Reform. You cannot be anti-establishment whilst supporting a settler colonial project. That's literally an oxymoron. Now, Reform is so far up Washington's ass, it's embarrassing. I mean, Farage is obsessed with Trump. They are obsessed with importing US culture, talking about DEI and whatnot. Now, they also received £2.3 million from oil companies and then attack net zero and clean energy, right? They are puppets. They despise the working class of this country, right? They're all posh, they're all rich, they're all ex-Tories, by the way. I find it so funny how a lot of Reform people are saying, I'm sick of the 2-party system. I hate the Conservatives. And then you basically got the Tories Mark II. So they're not the party of the working class. They are a party that supports the 1%, just like the Conservatives and just like the Labour Party. They are a party that supports Israel's genocide. So do not be fooled by this pretend anti-establishment nonsense. They are anything but. Remember that we have live shows 3 times per week, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:30 p.m. discussing the latest political stories. We are trying to go full-time and grow this channel. You can support us by going to turnleftmedia.co.uk/support. There you can support us monthly via Patreon, or there is another link to a one-off donation. Alternatively, you can become a YouTube member for just 99p. Remember to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.